Good afternoon, ladies. Today we are on day 3 of Dating Like a Queen in a Diva World. Basically, Christian dating for beginners. So even if you've been in the dating scene for a long time or whatever, we can always learn more information, right? Okay, so this is going to be interactive, and what I want you to do is I want you to find a nice, quiet place that you can just sit and relax and just breathe, okay? So go get some wine, go get a cup of coffee, go get a pen and paper because you will need that too, because I would like you to interact. If you want to do it on your tablet or whatever, if that's most effective for you. I believe pen and paper, it does something to the mind. It keeps, there's like a connection, I think, that we don't have with computers. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're sitting quietly and just take a deep breath and breathe. Okay, what I would like you to do right now is, if you want to, you can close your eyes, you don't have to, is just picture yourself in a beautiful place. Wherever that place is at, wherever you like to be, whatever makes you happy, picture yourself there now. Okay, you got it? Now, second, we're going to transport you from that place to a stage. Picture yourself on a stage. Okay, now how does that make you feel? Okay, now you're on a stage. Now the next part is I want you to stand up there and picture and look out at all the audience and all the seating that's available in the auditorium, and they're all men. Every single one of those seats is filled with all different types of men, and they're all looking at you. Okay, now how do you feel? Okay, now they're all looking at you. Now, I want you to picture yourself writing on the sign that says, I am the queen of your life. Okay? Just, visualize the whole thing. Write out the I, write out the A, the M, so on. Visualize yourself making a sign saying, I am the queen of your life. Okay? Now hold that up. Okay, you're walking across the stage, and this sounds really sexist and everything, but every time I do it, I always think of the girls that go around the boxing thing. Hey, don't think of that, all right? Think of yourself elegantly dressed. You're not a piece of meat. I just want you to, how that feels. There is a point to all this, I promise. You're not a piece of meat, okay? Just get that clear. You are a queen. Okay, so then what are the men doing? How did that make you feel? What are the men doing? Are they smiling at you? Are they gawking at you? Are they running away? What are they doing? Okay, take a few moments and really just sit and think about that. Okay, all right. So you have that visual in your head. Okay, so I kind of got to read because I wrote these down. So the next step that I want you to do is now get your piece of pen and paper. Take a drink of wine if you want. If you're Baptist, make sure it's coffee. Okay, so while you were doing that exercise, what are the 2 strongest emotions that you felt? Okay? Like, did you feel embarrassed? Did you feel self-conscious? Did you feel like a piece of meat? How did that make you feel? Write those down. Okay, so now if you had to rate the intensity of those feelings and emotions on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong would they be? Okay, 10 being the highest, the strongest emotions you've ever felt in your life, and 1 being just flatline, you're dead. Okay? And then, after you're done with that, I would like you to, the third question, because remember, we're doing layers. We've got first layer, second layer, third layer. Okay, so the third layer is what is the most prominent negative reaction you saw from the audience. Okay? So how does that work? Okay. So how did that make you feel? Just write that down. Whatever comes to your mind. There's no right or wrong answers, obviously. Just what comes to mind. Okay, so layer 4 is when you held up that sign, that's who you are. You are the queen. You want to be the queen of your kingdom. You want to be the queen of his kingdom. Okay? Did you have any negative inner self-talk? Did any negative, that voice in your head come up and say nasty things about you? Okay, write down what that nasty voice said to you. Okay? Alrighty, so kind of a backtrack. I'll explain more of this in the blog. But from a very young age, we start making rules for ourselves. We start making unbreakable rules for ourselves. So was there any unwritten rules that you swore you would never break as you walked on that stage in front of all those men? Okay, write down that rule. All right. Okay. All right, so now that we've done that, okay, take a few moments. You can pause this recording or you can just watch the whole thing and then come back and do the whole thing all at once. So what I want you to do is now take out another piece of paper and write down, counteract those negative. Okay, you wrote down your negative feelings. Okay, so that was good. So now you need to write down all the positive things about yourself, all the positive things that you want in your life. How do you see your life going? What type of man do you want in your life? Just write down exactly what you want right now, okay, to counteract those negative, because I don't want to leave you with negative feelings. That would be bad, wouldn't it? So what I want you to do is you make a list of exactly what you want in a man, exactly what you want out of life, how you want to feel when you're with that man, those type of things, okay? So do all of that. Sit and visualize yourself with that man. Okay, take a few moments, write down everything that you're feeling. Okay, so how does that make you feel? What kind of emotions came up when you were thinking about that? 10 being the highest emotions that you've ever felt in your life. 1, you're flatline, you're dead. Nobody's really ever won. Okay, so I want you to do that and just get crystal clear, because that's what we're doing. So this is going to be a layered sequence. Like I'm just layering the pieces on of what you want and what you want out of a man. And we will get into the actual dating part, but you have to have a foundation first, right? So, and I want you to remember that you are the child of the Most High God and you are the queen of your life. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.